Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode, I'm going to be recapping the third Doctor Adventures, The Imposters. But before I do, I'm recording this episode on the 6th of March, 2026. And Matt will be relieved to know that the episodes, especially the Big Finish episodes, are now back to normal length. So we're not going to have 20-30-minute episodes anytime soon. But yeah. Let's get on with it, with the recap. So, as per always, I'm going to talk about what is officially known about the episode, the release. Then I'm going to show you the trailer, and then I'm going to talk about it. So, the third Doctor Adventures, The Imposters, was released in February 2026 and written by Alan Barnes. Here's the synopsis. The Doctor and the Brigadier are on the trail of stolen advanced technology. Sarah Jane Smith is convinced an informant is leading her to a top-secret space tracking station, and Dr. Elizabeth Shaw is wearing a metal helmet covered in tinfoil. It's a deadly puzzle involving a precocious schoolgirl, a Saturday night all-in wrestling star, and a high-ranking military officer. There's a plot to control the Earth's weather, and somewhere in all this there's a connection to the constellation of Centaurus. To defeat an enemy with no regard for human life, the Doctor must battle on all fronts, but not before a lethal encounter with the Venusian karate downward clack. This set was recorded between the 15th and 17th of July 2025, and we've got a few quotes. So producer Lizzie Wurstel said, "I'm so excited and grateful to be producing my first Doctor Who story for Big Finish. For the first time ever, Sadie Miller and Daisy Ashford unite as Sarah Jane Smith and Liz Shaw in a brand new third Doctor adventure. The Imposters is packed with a big cast, thrilling new characters, 1970s TV nostalgia, and even wrestling, featuring the incomparable writing of Alan Barnes and direction of Nicholas Briggs. It's bold, fun, and full of heart." Writer Alan Barnes added, "It was an absolute joy to put the third Doctor, the Brigadier and Sarah together with Liz Shaw, who's not been idle since she left unit, as you'll hear. The Imposters had a very unlikely starting point. I wondered what would happen if the Doctor met another of the superstars of 1970s Saturday afternoon TV, someone like Big Daddy or Giant Haystacks or Roll Ball Rocco. Yes, we're going all in with the wrestling." Lead actor Tim Trelaw said, "This story is very exciting. It's so full of humour. Alan's scripts are always brilliant and very easy to perform. Working with Sadie and Daisy at the same time, what a handful. Double trouble. It's lovely acting alongside both of them." Daisy Ashford, who plays Liz Shaw, added, "It's different from other stories I've worked on because it's essentially a Sarah Jane story that Liz has stumbled upon, but there's something liberating about that for Liz, that she's not tied to this team and yet she slips into it nicely. It's been brilliant working with Sadie. We get on terribly well, but we've never actually been in studio together before. She sounds so much like her mum, and it's just wonderful to watch her work." And Sadie Miller, the voice of Sarah Jane Smith, said, "Getting Sarah and Liz together is something that I've been waiting for a long time. It's been lovely working with Daisy, getting to hear her in person. I've listened to some of Daisy's audios, and I think she sounds so like her mum, but to hear it in person is lovely." This set stars Tim Trelaw as the third Doctor, Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane Smith, Daisy Ashford as Liz Shaw, and John Coleshaw as Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. So, before I spoil the events of the third Doctor Adventures, The Imposters, here's the trailer.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Third Doctor Adventures, The Imposters.
It's all right. I don't need any help. I'm a journalist. Rifling through secret files is what I'm best at.
Young lady, would you be good enough to turn out your pockets?
Good grief, she's got a laser. You think she's an alien?
I'm not. Really, I'm not.
Neptunian so-called downward kick-clack!
I don't see any dinosaurs on the drive or Daleks.
I don't follow.
It's Venusian karate.
Exactly, sir.
Follow whoever it is down to ground level. Oh, I'm getting the hang of this.
Intruder in containment sector.
Elimination protocol activated by Dr. Elizabeth Shaw.
You wouldn't happen to have an interfering journalist in there with you by any chance? Because I have to tell you, she's with me.
Sarah, get down!
The microwave beam was spectacular.
The mind does not travel through time and space. It renders time and space to contain itself.
You what? Now those things are gaining on us. You go, Sarah Jane.
Oh, what are you going to do? Fend them off with one-legged Venusian judo?
Just as much would you try not to argue.
Come here. I'll show you submission. Fire!
The telescope can't take that sort of punishment.
Never mind that.
Commiserations! The rest you know.
On the contrary, Liz, we know nothing. Who are they, these imposters? What are they doing here?
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Tragedy in Croydon this afternoon. The doctor appears to be dead.
That was the trailer for the third Doctor Adventures. The Imposters, and as you probably gathered from the trailer and the synopsis and the cast list and the quotes from several members of the cast and production team on this that worked on this release, this release includes not one but two of the third Doctor's companions in Sarah Jane Smith, now voiced by Sadie Miller, and Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, now voiced by Daisy Ashford. And kind of it is an interesting story because I've not listened. I'm not a third Doctor Adventures completionist. I've not listened to all of them, so I think I've only listened to one story featuring the third Doctor and Liz, I think, and this and one with Sarah Jane, I think, and the third Doctor. So kind of this would mark it too. So I kind of wasn't aware of all of their differing relationships with the third Doctor. And obviously, as I've spoken about in previous episodes, I'm not that much of a classic series fan, so I haven't watched a huge amount of stories featuring the third Doctor anyway. So yeah, but this kind of, and obviously John Colshaw's Brigadier now is in this episode as a release as well. So yeah, so it's a 6-episode story. So it's one story in a box set. Kind of similar now to what they're now currently doing with the first Doctor Adventures as well, and the War Doctor Rises. It kind of follows on from that kind of thing. But yeah, kind of it's interesting to see the third Doctor's different relationships between Liz and Sarah Jane and them being explored in this release especially. But yeah, it's just nice to hear that, and it was because up until this point there tended to be like a 3-release rotation, so it'd be a story with Joe, then a story with Liz, then a story with Sarah Jane. I might have got the order slightly wrong, but it was getting a bit kind of, oh, we know the next story is the third Doctor with insert companion here. Whereas with this, it was, oh, what's going on? And now the fourth Doctor, series 15 of the fourth Doctor Adventures is the fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane. It's like, so in February, at the middle of February, this Imposters released, and then we didn't have to wait very long for Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane and John Colshaw's as the Brigadier to show up again in the fourth Doctor Adventures, the Ministry of Death, which I'm currently listening to, so I haven't finished that box set yet. I finished the first story, not the second, as of time of recording, so kind of that recap will be coming out soonish as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I thought of the Imposters. So let me know what you thought of the third Doctor Adventures, the Imposters, if you listened to it, my recap if you didn't. And without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.